The magic mirror is the biggest thing on the minds of Clash of Clans players today, but the jury is still out on a few things for this equipment, such as whether or not it's even worth the purchase, how good it is compared to other equipment we already have, and what synergy it has with other equipment. But that's all going to change, because by the end of this video, not only will you know the magic mirror inside and out, but you're also going to know enough to take it from decent to absolutely broken, regardless of which town hall level that you're at. But first, I have a confession. Yes, I have the event pass as I almost always do, but the event pass wasn't enough for me this time. How am I supposed to analyze the magic mirror when my own equipment is still at level 1? So I sold my soul to the metal demon in the shop, and now we have a lot of ores to work with. Remember to always buy things online and use a creator code. And here is that dopamine hit that everybody was waiting for as I level up this equipment. And now that we've upgraded this piece of equipment, let's see if my bank account was crying for no reason or for a very good reason. The first question that everybody asks about this equipment and the winning answer on this poll is whether or not the magic mirror is actually good. Now obviously this entire video is going to answer that question for you, but let's go ahead and make some quick notes. First of all, you get a cop out due to the 1 second invisibility, meaning you basically get a get out of jail free card. Second, you get bonus health regeneration as well, so your get out of jail free card is even better. Third, you get extra hit points, so your get out of jail free card is less fragile. And those things are great and everything, but what you have to realize is that the magic mirror also has a DPS role due to the clones. This is the first time an equipment for the queen offered a mega DPS boost with a get out of jail free card and health regeneration on top of it. Something that the Invisibility Vial really missed out on. The sheer number of boosts that we get really make this equipment feel epic, unlike the other epic equipment we have for the queen. So yeah, it is good, but how good is it compared to the other queen equipment that we already have? Now obviously I've done tons of math as I always do with equipment, but there's one stat that I really think matters a lot, and it's the additional damage boost or the max damage burst that you can get from this equipment. I got this value from considering the amount of clones that you get, the DPS that they all have, as well as the duration that they're alive, considering that they're attacking 1 time per second. Now the queen actually attacks faster than this, but I wanted to account a little bit for movement, and the math is just 10 times easier if you do it this way. Using this math, we get this chart right here. With these settings, the maximum bonus damage you can get from this equipment is 45,900. And you heard that correctly, 45,900 damage within 30 seconds if all the clones and the original stay alive. Interestingly enough, at level 9, it's only about 20% of the max, but at level 18, it's about half of the max value. This makes it one of the best scaling equipment in the game, along with the giant gauntlet. This is really good scaling. Now the thing we have to consider is that the Invisibility Vial also gives us a damage burst. So how does the damage burst of the magic mirror compare to the Invisibility Vial? This chart compares both, and you can see that at level 18, the magic mirror almost provides double the bonus damage. And for the Invisibility Vial, it is true that the invisibility with the queen lasts longer, but without something providing health regeneration, this is a fragile ability. This is why the healer puppet became really popular in my opinion, because it gives the extra healing that the Invisibility Vial was missing. However, the magic mirror does both. But how good is the health regeneration of the magic mirror when we compare it to the other equipment? This is where things start to get a little broken. The magic mirror provides almost double the health regeneration compared to the archer puppet, and unlike the healing puppet, this health is absolutely instant. So not only is the magic mirror best in class burst damage, but it's also best in class health regeneration. So where does that leave the hit point increase? Now there are 3 other equipment that offer hit point increases for the queen, and at level 18, the magic mirror is 3rd and a long way behind the healer puppet. But of course, being an epic equipment, it goes up to level 27 and becomes 2nd best in class for hit point increase at max level. So in summary, it's best in class burst damage, best in class health regeneration, 2nd best in class hit point increase, and a get out of jail free card. Now you guys see why I'm praising this equipment so heavily. But is the magic mirror actually broken? I mean, what if we add more effects onto it? The thing is, you actually can't. There's been a lot of balancing against the clones, and let me go ahead and break it down for you. First of all, the Archer Queen clones do not benefit from any of the passive or active abilities from other pieces of equipment, barring if a healer decides to heal a clone. The same principle applies to pets, so if you tried using the Angry Jelly to get 3 queens on defenses, it wouldn't work because the clones wouldn't follow the Angry Jelly. The same thing happens with the Unicorn. Pets are really loyal and they always know who their owner is. Spells, however, do work on the clones, and the Rage does give you 1.9 times more damage. But a clone spell would not work because too much fakeness always cancels out. Now, weirdly enough, there is a workaround for the equipment that I think is super broken. Now, the clones are not affected by the Queen equipment, but this does not include the Warden equipment, which means you can use the Eternal Tome, the Healing Tome, and the Rage Gem on the clones. Now, this is a big deal. The clones have a lifetime of 30 seconds at max level, and you can basically keep them invincible for a third of that time. Beyond that, there's one more nuance that we need to talk about, and it's the fact that the clones have the same priority for defenses as the pets. Which means your pet isn't always going to get mauled into oblivion like it would for the Invisibility Vial, which is a pro in my opinion. Also, a huge shout out to Aquatix from the clan for doing all of the background testing for the magic mirror. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, let's see which combinations are the best for the magic mirror as well as other pieces of equipment. First, the Archer Puppet is really nice for the health regeneration and additional distraction for defenses, but we're already using Queen clones, health regen, and possibly an Eternal Tome, so the Archer Puppet seems rather redundant. The Invisibility Vial is super interesting because you're getting extra safety on the original Queen. But the Queen already does have a cop-out with the magic mirror. Not to mention that the extra damage shots might get wasted since we have 3 Queens firing at the same time. Even though you'd get disgusting health regeneration, I don't think that this combination would work very well. The Giant Arrow and Magic Mirror are a terrible combination because they're both really important active ability wise. And you always want to use the Giant Arrow early in the attack versus the Magic Mirror, which you can use later on. So this combo isn't really too great either. On the other hand, the Frozen Arrow is a passive ability, so it does not have this problem. But we're really going to be slowing down defenses that are getting destroyed by 3 Queens, so its utility is limited once the active ability goes off. It's not the worst combination, but I'd say it's the second best. But the best combination is easily the Magic Mirror and the Healer Puppet. Once the healers from the puppet fully heal the original Queen, they can actually heal the clones too, and they can heal all 3 if they get bunched up together. On top of that, you get a lot of hit point increase and some self-heal as well on the OG Queen, so this works out really well. And I would go as far as to say that right now in the game, this is the #1 combination for the Queen. So if there was ever a doubt in your mind before this video on whether you should buy the Magic Mirror, there shouldn't be a doubt anymore. You should definitely get it. But even after you get it, you'll probably have some magic medals left, and you might be wondering what you should be doing with those. That's why you need to watch this video right here where I break down the best packages you can get for your magic medals, if you're free to play, if you're a spender, and regardless of whatever town hall level you're at.